Hi, Kevin Culp back at you here at Supermicro. We're sitting here at the landing page. We made a couple of modifications to our landing page. The first is we provide now the version level that's running on the SCC appliance itself. And we also have animated our landing page to give us a very forward-looking, futuristic view of where we are driving from a SCC platform itself. So let's log into the platform. So we're going to sign in. This time, instead of using Active Directory, we're going to log in as Global Admin. We had talked about in previous videos about differences between Active Directory credential login versus local global login. In this case, all the accounts are stored in the SCC appliance itself instead of us authenticating against an Active Directory domain. All right, let's log in here. And once we log in, we're directed to the landing page. We're in our SCC evaluation platform itself. I did some testing here on July the 6th to make sure this is working properly. You can see here we've actually downloaded what we call the server component attributes, which I'm going to show you in a few moments of how we are able to dump that rich data. And then what we'll look at is how we use an Excel pivot table to take this common delimited file information and pivot it into some very useful data mining techniques we use with Excel. By no means is this a presentation on Excel and all the features associated with Excel. Just went ahead and did some quick dirty kind of graphs and charting and pie charts and histograms to show you various relationships of some of the metadata that we pulled from the server component dump feature. And so there's really three features or three ways that we can actually dump information. We can dump it based on a common delimited CSV file, a JSON file, and then also another particular file which I'll show you in a few moments. So we've navigated to the dashboard and we're going to go to our compute list itself and look at all the servers that have been registered within SuperCloud Composer. We're going to go ahead and increase the list of entries that we basically see here, and we're going to check on all items within the compute list and then come over and navigate to our dump server component attributes. And there are basically three ways. As I mentioned before, I talked about two, and the third one is YAML. So we have three different types of file formats that you can extract from SCC as far as metadata is concerned. And so CSV would be used to pull into, such as an Excel spreadsheet, to pivot. You have the ability, which is maybe JSON is a little bit more structured in the way that we basically show the metadata, and you can use some interesting different techniques to perhaps take that data and manipulate it, and then also through YAML. So in this use case, we're going to use a CSV common delimited file. And so when we click on that, we actually are prompted to say, here's all the metadata or servers that we're going to pull from as far as extract information. Of course, we're going to say yes there. At that point, it's going to submit a task to the backend. And when it finishes collecting all the data, it will come back with that the dump file is ready for us to basically be dumped to our computer management station. So by clicking here at this point, now we have actually taken that data and dumped it here in this location here, and by clicking on it, you notice that it is now available. It's in a zip file, so we would just click on it at that point, and we would take that information and essentially extract it to a zip file, and then take that zip file, unpack it through unzip or some other mechanism that you are able to extract the Excel spreadsheet formatted file. So I want to point out too as well, be careful when you actually pull the data down. It will be in a CSV common delimitated file, so you'll have to go in and convert it into an Excel spreadsheet type of file format, because based on some of my testing, when I was trying to manipulate some pivot tables using a CSV file, I was not successful in being able to create or manipulate some of the filters and pivots within the Excel spreadsheet itself. So we'll stop here, and like I said, we'll go out and manipulate some of this data for you, and we'll be back with you on the next particular video to show you how we extracted and moved it into Excel.